What if the secret to getting rich wasn't about hard work, but about how vividly you could picture your dream life? In this chapter, we'll uncover why your mental image, how specific and clear it is, might be the single most important factor in manifesting wealth and success. You'll discover how to create a mental picture so real that it starts shaping your reality, and you'll learn why vague wishes and daydreams simply won't do the trick. Stick with us as we dive into the powerful ideas that take you from just wanting something to actually living as if it's yours. Plus, we'll share simple practices to make this mindset a part of your daily life. Chapter 8. Thinking in the Certain Way. Turn back to Chapter 6 and read again the story of the man who formed a mental image of his house, and you will get a fair idea of the initial step toward getting rich. You must form a clear and definite mental picture of what you want. You cannot transmit an idea unless you have it yourself. You must have it before you can give it, and many people fail to impress thinking substance because they themselves only have a vague and misty concept of the things they want to do, have, or become. It is not enough that you should have a general desire for wealth, to do good with. Everybody has that desire. Did you catch that? Creating a clear mental image of your goal is like writing a detailed map to a destination you've never visited. Without that clear picture, it's easy to wander or even miss opportunities altogether. For instance, let's say you want financial freedom. What does that look like in detail? Do you imagine specific numbers in your savings account, a home, or a business that supports you? The more specific you get, the more your subconscious mind will know what to aim for. Now, back to reading the chapter. It is not enough that you should have a wish to travel, see things, live more, etc. Everybody has those desires also. If you were going to send a wireless message to a friend, you would not send the letters of the alphabet in their order and let him construct the message for himself, nor would you take words at random from the dictionary. You would send a coherent sentence, one which meant something. When you try to impress your wants upon substance, remember that it must be done by a coherent statement. You must know what you want and be definite. You can never get rich, or start the creative power into action, by sending out unformed longings and vague desires. Go over your desires just as the man I have described went over his house. See just what you want, and get a clear mental picture of it as you wish it to look when you get it. That clear mental picture you must have continually in mind, as the sailor has in mind the port toward which he is sailing the ship. You must keep your face toward it all the time. You must no more lose sight of it than the steersman loses sight of the compass. It is not necessary to take exercises in concentration, nor to set apart special times for prayer and affirmation, nor to go into the silence, nor to do occult stunts of any kind. These things are well enough, but all you need is to know what you want and to want it badly enough so that it will stay in your thoughts. Spend as much of your leisure time as you can in contemplating your picture, but no one needs to take exercises to concentrate his mind on a thing which he really wants. It is the things you do not really care about which require effort to fix your attention upon them. And unless you really want to get rich, so that the desire is strong enough to hold your thoughts directed to the purpose as the magnetic pole holds the needle of the compass, it will hardly be worth your while to try to carry out the instructions given in this book. The methods herein set forth are for people whose desire for riches is strong enough to overcome mental laziness and the love of ease and make them work. The more clear and definite you make your picture, and the more you dwell upon it, bringing out all its delightful details, the stronger your desire will be. And the stronger your desire, the easier it will be to hold your mind fixed upon the picture of what you want. Something more is necessary, however, than merely to see the picture clearly. If that is all you do, you are only a dreamer and will have little or no power for accomplishment. Behind your clear vision must be the purpose to realize it, to bring it out in tangible expression. And behind this purpose must be an invincible and unwavering faith that the thing is already yours, that it is at hand, and you have only to take possession of it. Live in the new house mentally until it takes form around you physically. In the mental realm, enter at once into full enjoyment of the things you want. Whatsoever things ye ask for when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them, said Jesus. See the things you want as if they were actually around you all the time. See yourself as owning and using them. Make use of them in imagination just as you will use them when they are your tangible possessions. This is powerful. Visualizing as if it's real now can impact not only your mindset, but also how you approach each day. When you imagine yourself in that new reality, such as confidently walking into the office of your dreams or taking a trip you've always wanted, you start to notice doors opening for you that you might not have seen otherwise. Try it for a day, even just with small things, like thinking of yourself as already successful. See how your confidence shifts. Consider subscribing to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Now, back to our reading. Dwell upon your mental picture until it is clear and distinct, and then take the mental attitude of ownership toward everything in that picture. Take possession of it, in mind, in the full faith that it is actually yours. Hold to this mental ownership and do not waver for an instant in the faith that it is real. And remember what was said in a preceding chapter about gratitude. Be as thankful for it all the time as you expect to be when it has taken form. The man who can sincerely thank God for the things which he owns only in imagination has real faith. He will get rich. He will cause the creation of whatsoever he wants. Gratitude for what you don't yet physically have is a powerful mindset shift. Think of it this way: when you're grateful for your goal as though it's already real, you tune your mind to receive it and prepare yourself to manage it well. For example, if you're grateful for a job or a relationship before it comes, you'll likely be more attuned to recognize it and appreciate it when it appears. Gratitude isn't just a feel-good practice, it's a way to mentally rehearse your success. Now back to reading the book. You do not need to pray repeatedly for the things you want. It is not necessary to tell God about it every day. Use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, said Jesus to his pupils, for your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things before ye ask him. Your part is to intelligently formulate your desire for the things which make for a larger life and to get these desires arranged into a coherent whole, and then to impress this whole desire upon the formless substance, which has the power and the will to bring you what you want. You do not make this impression by repeating strings of words. You make it by holding the vision with unshakable purpose to attain it and with steadfast faith that you do attain it. The answer to prayer is not according to your faith while you are talking, but according to your faith while you are working. You cannot impress the mind of God by having a special Sabbath day set apart to tell him what you want and then forgetting him during the rest of the week. You cannot impress him by having special hours to go into your closet and pray if you then dismiss the matter from your mind until the hour of prayer comes again. Oral prayer is well enough, and it has its effect, especially upon yourself, in clarifying your vision and strengthening your faith. But it is not your oral petitions which get you what you want. In order to get rich, you do not need a sweet hour of prayer, you need to pray without ceasing. And by prayer, I mean holding steadily to your vision with the purpose to cause its creation into solid form and the faith that you are doing so. Believe that ye receive them. The whole matter turns on receiving once you have clearly formed your vision. When you have formed it, it is well to make an oral statement, addressing the Supreme in reverent prayer, and from that moment you must, in mind, receive what you ask for. Live in the new house. Wear the fine clothes. Ride in the automobile, go on the journey, and confidently plan for greater journeys. Think and speak of all the things you have asked for in terms of actual present ownership. Imagine an environment and a financial condition exactly as you want them, and live all the time in that imaginary environment and financial condition. Mind, however, that you do not do this as a mere dreamer and castle builder. Hold to the faith that the imaginary is being realized and to the purpose to realize it. Remember that it is faith and purpose in the use of the imagination which make the difference between the scientist and the dreamer. And having learned this fact, it is here that you must learn the proper use of the will. To summarize, as we wrap up Chapter 8, let's take a moment to reflect on its powerful message. Creating wealth begins with a clear, unshakable mental image of what we want, held together by a strong belief that it is already ours. This chapter encourages us to go beyond vague dreams and instead hold a vivid picture of our goals, living with the gratitude and purpose that bring them into reality. By immersing ourselves fully in this vision, we activate the creative energy that turns our deepest desires into tangible experiences. Now, let's take these ideas deeper with a few questions to consider. How specific and detailed is the mental picture of the life you desire? What small actions could help you reinforce faith that your goals are already within reach? And how often do you express gratitude for things that haven't yet shown up physically? Reflecting on these can spark insights into how closely your daily thoughts are aligned with the life you're building. To reinforce what you've learned in this chapter, I challenge you to take 10 minutes today to either write down or visually map out your ideal life in detail. Imagine your surroundings, your feelings, and daily routines, then revisit this vision daily, with gratitude as though it's already here. Finally, as we look ahead to Chapter 9, How to Use the Wool, get ready to discover the inner strength needed to stay focused on your desires, even when distractions arise. This next chapter will give you tools to refine your focus, keeping you on track as you bring your mental picture to life. Be sure to subscribe, like the videos, and turn on the notification bell to know when the next chapters are released.